Good morning, everybody. I wanted to show you this problem that I solved by factoring. I did bottoms up. I multiplied A times C. Okay, step one. Then I found the magic numbers. Step two. Then I created my two binomials. Step 3. Then I divided by A. Step 4. Right here, divided by A. And in step 5, I simplified, which really is part of my step 4 usually, so that's really still step 4. I simplified 4 over 2 to 2. And then I don't do bottoms up when I get to this 5th step just because I'm solving. Understand the difference. When I'm just factoring, I don't have equals 0 right here. Okay? So I can't solve it because it doesn't say equals in the problem. So when I'm just factoring, I have to take this 2 up and put it right here in front of the x. But when I'm solving, I'm doing an extra step, and it's a waste of time to take this 2 up. You can do it, and it's fine. But when you write these two equations to solve, if you take the 2 up, you're creating more work. And you'll still get the same answers if you leave it like that as 3 over 2. You do it whichever way you want to, but understand the difference in factoring versus solving. It's got to be equal to 0 to solve. If it's not equal to 0, you're just factoring it. So if the instructions are factor, you can't go and do the rest of this. Now, you may be sitting there saying, this is solving, but this is factoring. So if you're factoring, you do one more step here and you bring the bottom up, but you don't do this. Now, the reason I'm actually showing you this problem, though, is I want to show you two things. Number one, I'm going to go to Desmos. Look at these two answers. -2 and -3 over 2. You know that -3 over 2, if you type it in your calculator, gives you -1.5. I'm going to highlight that too. Because if you write x equals -1.5, that is a correct answer. Okay, so I want to go to Desmos real quick and show you something. This is pretty cool. Okay, so I'm going to go Alt-Tab and go to Desmos. So I typed in this equation that we just did, everything except the equals 0. And instead of equals 0, I put equals y, so that it would graph a parabola for me. Now I want you to look at the two answers, the two x-intercepts on this parabola. It crosses the x-axis right here at -2, and it crosses the x-axis right here at -1.5. Do you know why? Because this is where the parabola is equal to 0. That's why there's a 0 in the second number. So you can use Desmos to check your answer. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my paper, and I want you to remember -2 and -1.5. And here it is, -2 and -1.5. So again, the graph of a parabola will tell you what these two solutions are right here by looking at where it crosses the x-axis. Okay? Now, one other really cool thing. Let's do this. Let's turn our calculator on. And you guys that still don't have a calculator, you're going to be sorry. I want you to get a calculator because you'll really like this. But if you press the blue button and then press this button right here, it's above the left parentheses. It's called Polysolver. And I'm going to choose number 1 right there because that's a quadratic equation. That's what we've been studying. Press enter, and it asks me what A, B, and C are. Well, A is 2, B is 7, and C is 6. 2, 7, 6. So here's another way to check your answer. X equals -3 over 2. Same answer on the calculator as on my paper. Press enter again. X equals -2. There it is. This little x2 means the second answer, and when it said x1, that means the first answer. It means there's two different answers for x equals. So anyway, I just thought I'd show you that calculator hack and that Desmos graphing calculator hack to check your work when you're taking a test. Okay? All right.